middle-aged white man with short, curly brown hair and a beard. I'm sporting a fiberglass cast on my right arm in some of the colors of the rainbow pride flag. From elbow to wrist, they are purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. And I'm wearing a blue silk short-sleeve button-down shirt. It is an honor and a pleasure to be here speaking with you today. Today, I would like to share with you a bit about Amazon's philosophy and approach to accessibility, our focus on employees who are deaf or hard of hearing, and our work to make our products, services, and experiences not only accessible to our deaf and hard of hearing customers, but also delightful for them to use. Amazon was founded on 4 principles, one of which was customer obsession. Today, Amazon's corporate culture is driven by 16 leadership principles, with customer obsession continuing to lead the list. The subject of my remarks today is customer obsession for customers with disabilities. TDI works to advance the information and communication interests of the 48 million Americans who are deaf or hard of hearing. These Americans are among hundreds of millions of people worldwide who are deaf or hard of hearing. We would like you to be our customers, which means we need to make products that are not only accessible to you, but which are delightful for you to use. Fundamentally, we want to earn your business, to be worthy of your business. To do that, we don't want to make products for people with disabilities. We want to make products with people with disabilities for everyone. Part of how we do that is by hiring great people with disabilities to help design, develop, test, support, market, and deliver our products to everyone. In addition to having employees who are deaf, hard of hearing, or have other disabilities embedded in the product teams building products for everyone, our product teams also work with Amazon employees who are part of our affinity group, Amazon PWD, or Amazon Persons with Disabilities. They in turn consult on product design, research, and development for products and services across the company. To build great accessible products for everyone, we need to attract and support employees with disabilities. One of the people helping lead that work is my colleague, Brendan Gramer, president of Amazon PWD. I'd like to invite you to meet Brendan.
Hi, my name Brendan. Welcome to my deaf family. Even though many different ways to be deaf, we all want the same thing. We want access to communication. I work at Amazon. One of my favorite places of working to name my job description. I'm part of a group of people with disabilities. We work together to make sure everybody same opportunities. I want to create a more accessible world for you, and you. I work hard to make sure everybody has a voice, and Amazon listens to more than I can say about them.
One of the things that Brendan did is help create the ASL Interpreter Program in the US, staffed by full-time employees to support our employees who speak ASL. I'd like to share a short video about how that program is being used by one of our designers.
Being deaf is my superpower, and it's also my kryptonite. I lost my hearing at a very young age. My language is visual, and so how I do my job is telling visual stories. But my greatest strength is also my greatest weakness, because sometimes I don't have full access to communication. I worked for a small company who couldn't afford interpreters. Those environments are very cutthroat, incredibly competitive. But when I came to Amazon, that went away, and I could instead focus on the creative process. I could focus on the projects I had to do. And that elevated the work that I do.
That's the beauty of being a staff interpreter here. You become like a colleague with the team you're working in. You're not this stranger who comes into a meeting for an hour and then disappears.
Flowers and your bubbles and your candy.
I've got the interpreter at a desk right next to me. Some of my coworkers are really curious about the language.
E?
It's an E, yes.
Fast?
I really marvel at how far I've come. And when I look back at myself 5 years ago, I would love to go back and tell that self that this is where I'd be in 5 years. It's really nice to have the opportunity that I have here and the access that I have here.
You may notice the ASL fingerspelling logo at the end of that last video. Brendan created that logo, and it is approved for anywhere the Amazon corporate logo can be used. I mentioned earlier that we have employees with disabilities in roles across the company that help in all facets of not only creating our products and services, but delivering them to our customers. We have deaf and hard of hearing employees working in our fulfillment centers across the company and around the world, again supported by sign language interpreters. This next video is from a fulfillment center in India. Fulfillment centers in India together employ many hundreds of employees with disabilities. We have been building accessibility features and assistive technologies into our products and services for many years to make our products accessible to and delightful for customers with a range of disabilities. Today, I'd like to focus specifically on those features we have built for customers who are deaf or hard of hearing. One of the first things we did was build caption support into Prime Video, so customers can use captions when they watch movies and TV shows. We require that our film studio partners who provide content to Prime Video include captions where they have them, and in some cases we may even create captions ourselves so that our customers can enjoy movies and TV shows with captions. Prime Video Direct is our program for enabling independent filmmakers to submit movies directly to our Prime Video catalog for customers to enjoy. We pay these independent filmmakers based on how often their video is shown. As part of our standard terms of agreement for Prime Video Direct filmmakers, we require that these independent filmmakers in the program provide captions for all of the video that they submit to us. When we launched our streaming media player, Fire TV, it included a number of apps for streaming media from other services like Netflix and Showtime. A requirement for inclusion in that launch was that the streaming media services had to support caption decoding and playback for their videos on Fire TV. Our first device was the Kindle, and we followed that up fairly quickly with the Fire tablet, and of course brought Prime Video with caption support to those tablets. One of the next things we did was create our own screen reader from scratch, Voice View, which enables customers who are blind to take advantage of the Fire tablet. And not long after we introduced Voice View, we added Braille support, enabling customers to read books and browse the web via a connected Braille display, rendering in both contracted and uncontracted Braille as well as Unified English Braille and Computer Braille. We support Braille input in those same character encodings. This enables our deafblind customers to enjoy Kindle books and web browsing as well as other features on our Fire tablets. When we launched Alexa almost 7 years ago with the original Echo, we heard from customers with motor impairments that Alexa helped them gain independence, being able to use their voice to turn on lights or music, for example, gave them access to a world that was very difficult for them to use otherwise. Similarly, we witnessed how Alexa and Echo became very important for customers who were blind or visually impaired, where they could now use this simple voice interface rather than a screen reader that translated and navigated the visual information of the graphical user interface into a spoken one. However, we also recognized that this was a product that wasn't immediately welcoming of customers who are deaf or hard of hearing, or who have a speech impairment. So a few years later, when we added a screen to Echo with our product, the Echo Show, we now had what we needed to make Alexa accessible to customers who are deaf or hard of hearing, or customers who have a speech impairment. This led to the debut of a line of access features that Amazon pioneered for Alexa and other spoken interfaces in ambient computing. The first of these was Alexa Captions. Alexa Captions lets customers see captions for virtually all of Alexa's responses on an Echo Show device. And those captions are rendered with the full CEA 708 caption display settings suite, enabling customers to choose their preferred font size and font color, background color, and so on for those captions. We then published a caption interface for our developers so that third-party Alexa skills can add captions to their spoken and recorded audio. The second Alexa accessibility feature we introduced was Tap to Alexa, which allows customers to interact with Alexa using touch instead of voice. This feature comes pre-configured with a collection of common phrases tied to icons that display on the screen, which customers can just tap with a touch of their finger. Customers can then use the on-screen keyboard to create their own utterance, which they either send immediately to Alexa or associate with new icons for quick use later. And just like captions have gone mainstream, customers without speech or auditory impairments consistently tell us that they use Tap to Alexa, often along with Alexa Captions, as a handy way to interact with Alexa in quiet spaces. For example, if they want to use Alexa but are in a room with a sleeping family member. While not built explicitly as accessibility features, I want to touch on 3 other features that can be quite valuable to customers who are hard of hearing. First, with preferred speaking rate, you can ask Alexa to adjust the speaking rate to your preference. Alexa can speak slower, which may make it easier for her to be understood, as well as speak faster, which is something many of our blind and low vision customers prefer, as they're familiar with faster speaking rates. Just say, Alexa speak slower, or Alexa speak faster to activate this feature. Next up is the ability to connect external speakers to many of our Echo devices, either through the 1/8-inch audio jack on many of our Echo devices, or through a paired Bluetooth speaker or headphone. With these external output options, customers with hearing aids can connect a streamer to the audio output jack, or if they have a hearing aid accessory or headphones capable of using the Bluetooth A2DP audio protocol, they can have a high-fidelity audio connection directly to their Echo device. To initiate the Bluetooth connection, simply say, Alexa, pair Bluetooth when your device is in pairing mode, or use the graphical interface on your Alexa app to select the app you want to pair with. To select the device, I should say, you want to pair with, and then enable pairing through that interface. The final feature that may be of specific interest to customers who are hard of hearing is the Equalizer. With the Equalizer, customers can fine-tune the audio to suit their needs and personal preferences. You can adjust the relative volume levels of bass, treble, and midtones for your Echo devices through the Alexa app, or on Echo Show devices through the device's settings. Or you can just say, Alexa, turn up the treble. TDI's focus is information and communication technology, so I especially want to talk about 3 additional Alexa accessibility features, which relate specifically to Alexa Communications. Alexa Communications is a suite of features allowing customers to use Alexa-enabled devices to connect with friends and family. With Alexa, you can make hands-free voice or video calls to anyone who has a supported Alexa-enabled device or the Alexa app. On Alexa-enabled devices, you can also use services like Zoom, Chime, and Skype. Furthermore, you can also use drop-in, an optional feature which lets you connect instantly to supported Alexa-enabled devices similar to an intercom. For example, if your friend Steve has given you permission, you can say, "Alexa, drop in on Steve's kitchen echo," and Alexa will immediately open up an audio connection to Steve's specific device so you can check on him. Additionally, there are also announcements where you can broadcast a voice message on multiple Alexa-enabled devices in the same household. For example, perhaps you can ask your family located across your home to come down to dinner by sending an announcement to all of the Alexa devices in your home. On Echo Show, all of these communication options that I just mentioned above can be initiated simply through the graphical user interface. You don't need to use Tap to Alexa to create utterances for these. Just go to the Alexa settings on your Echo Show and enable calling and messaging without speech. In addition to Alexa Captions that I mentioned earlier, we also wanted to give customers the option of having Alexa caption what is being said during calls. Call captioning enables customers to see captions for Alexa calls in near real time. Just go to the accessibility settings on your Echo Show and enable call captioning. The final Alexa accessibility feature I want to highlight today is RealTime Text. With RealTime Text, Alexa adds a live real-time chat feed during Alexa calls and drop-ins made from Echo Show devices. To use it, turn it on in the accessibility settings, and then you can explicitly make real-time text calls with "Alexa, call Steve RTT." You can also swipe down from the top of the Echo Show screen, tap Settings, scroll down to select Accessibility, and then turn the RTT feature on. When RTT is on, a keyboard appears on the screen, enabling customers to type text, which appears in real time on both parties' screens. And you can pair a Bluetooth keyboard with your Echo Show, providing a nice way to have a real-time text call instead of typing on the Echo Show screen, which also gives more screen real estate for seeing the other party as well as their text. This brief video shows how the feature works.
A couple works on an art project. He paints, she cuts paper. She signs, "I'm supposed to call someone right now." She taps an Echo Show, "Call." She selects a recent contact. A redhead appears in the split screen. The women wave. The redhead EM's message, "Is that Julian?" "Yup." Julian waves. EM, "He's cute." "I know." Julian signs, "I'm going to let you two talk. I'm going to go do some things, okay?" "Fine." Julian waves. EM mouths, "Bye," and waves. The first woman, "You're leaving?" "I see how it is." She types. Learn more about real-time text at amazon.com/Alexa accessibility.
As seen in this video, thanks to RTT working alongside video and audio, an Echo Show becomes a total conversation device. Both ends of the conversation can alternately use sign language, speech, and text in real time, switching between them or using all three as they like. I'd like to close my remarks with some thoughts about affordability. It isn't enough to have products and services that are accessible and delightful to use if those products and services aren't affordable. At Amazon, we focus substantial time and energy on finding ways to reduce the cost of our devices, while at the same time improving how they feel in your hand and what their performance is like year over year. It is for that reason that we're able to deliver a 7-inch Fire tablet with a custom-built screen reader, supporting Kindle books, and hundreds of thousands of movies and TV shows, virtually all of which are captioned, all with hands-free Alexa for less than $50. It is also for this reason that we're able to deliver the Fire TV Stick Lite, high-definition streaming media player with Dolby support, tens of thousands of channels, the VoiceView screen reader, our built-in magnifier, our innovative text banner for customers with a narrow field of view, for less than $30. And it is why we are able to offer the Echo Show 5 with all of the Alexa accessibility features for less than $85. You can get a helpful total conversation device with the ability to call phone numbers in North America for free, as well as other customers' Echo devices for free that supports call captioning, real-time text, Bluetooth pairing for less than a cost of dinner out for you and a few friends. And that is what we mean by customer obsession for customers with disabilities. Thank you again for inviting me to join this conference.